Live for 1 hour right now until kickoff, basically, and we're going to be going through some start bench stuff, talking news, and I'm going to the first half hour of this show. I'm going to go live on Instagram as well with really popular. He has over 40,000 followers. Fantasy Football State of Mind, and we're gonna do Q&A with him and talk fantasy football with him. So it's gonna be a freaking fun first half hour of the show with him. What's up? What's up? What's up, my people? Ready for Sunday game time? This is the kickoff show, week 1 Sunday kickoff show, and I'm waiting for Fantasy Football State of Mind to join here on Instagram, and we're going to talk fantasy football with him as well. The whole 30 minutes of the first hour, and let's get him on right now. You won't be able to see him on Instagram, but you'll be able to hear him, and we're going to go back and forth on some stuff, talk about some hot topics.
Hey, what's going on, Steve?
What's up, man?
How are you?
I'm good. Can you guys hear him okay? We're live on YouTube and obviously live here on Instagram. We're going to do this every Sunday morning, I guess, the first half hour of the hour heading into kickoff, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Actually, going forward, it'll be the full hour.
Okay, cool.
Full hour going forward every Sunday morning. So let's make it happen, man.
Yeah, that sounds awesome, man. Yeah, it's going to be great. So I'm going to kind of ask some questions. I'm going to tell you some questions I have in the live here on YouTube, and then also maybe I'll let you control the questions in the Instagram world. Does that sound good? Okay.
I like that.
You wanted to talk about Antonio Brown to kick things off, right?
Yeah, let's give it just a quick minute. So if you guys can hold off on your questions, I'm going to go ahead and swipe all the way down and refresh it. So before we jump into that, obviously huge news in the Antonio Brown world yesterday. So with that being said, Smitty, I just have a question for you. Does this improve his chances of finishing in the top 5 for you?
Yeah, it improves his chances of being a top 5 wide receiver for, he was basically like outside the top 10 for me, and
Right.
That's a mix of just situation and worry. But now I'll put a caveat in there at the end, but right now it sounds like everybody in the whole world is ranking this guy like in 5 to 7 for wide receivers, which is such an amazing change of events. It's crazy. And Tom Brady, who I got in the Throne League that we're in, I got in pretty much every league because I think I was the highest on him of anybody I know because I had him number 7, and I got ripped apart all the time for that. Like, why? Tom Brady's old. Why do you still have him 7? And now I've moved him from 7 to 5. I've only moved him a couple spots, but he has jumped from literally double-digit rankings for everybody into like the top 1 to 5. I got blasted on my own live from a few people because I only had him at 5. They're like, he's number 1. I'm like, really? So I don't know where to rank Tom Brady. I think a lot of people think he's like 1 to 5. Where do you rank Tom Brady and where do you rank AB?
I mean, I'm not as high on Tom Brady as you are. I don't think he's finished as a top 10 fantasy quarterback in over 4 years. So for me, he's still he lingers in the 12 to 15 range for me, even with AB on the board. More so because the Patriots is such a run-heavy team and have become such a run-heavy team in recent years. So that's the way I feel about it, man.
Yeah, and what about AB?
Antonio Brown, I do think he finishes top 5. I think that this does help the situation out tremendously. I mean, when you go from Derek Carr over to Tom Brady, a significant change does happen. Regardless of what the target share, a lot of people are worried about the target share. AB, from a talent standpoint, is going to demand the target share, so he will lead the team in targets, receptions, and as a translation, he will score the most fantasy points on the team and finish top 5. So I'm with it, man.
So if you have him so high, though, and you got to think that Edelman and Gordon, even if they go down a ton, are still going to score a lot. How is he not a lot higher on your rankings? I'm just curious on in terms of Tom Brady, because I feel like by default he's going to be like 5 to 10, but I can understand anybody wanting him 1 or anybody still having him 10. So I mean, it makes sense to argue either side, but I'm curious what you're seeing for that.
Overall, I just think Antonio Brown is going to hog up the majority of that air production from Tom Brady. I don't think that the other options necessarily have a boost in value, unfortunately. So I think Josh Gordon actually takes the biggest hit out of anybody on that team.
Yeah.
So
the biggest hit or the biggest hit?
You saw what I did there? But nevertheless, I don't think that an elite
Okay.
receiver usually, it doesn't always translate into fantasy production. We saw with I think 3 straight years of of DeAndre Hopkins and whoever the quarterback was. DeAndre Hopkins is always elite in production, but it didn't translate for the quarterback. So I'm
So
just not a big believer.
let me just real quickly before we get into Q&As, we should jump right into that. Let's just go over the sequence of events here because you can't make this stuff up. He gets traded to Buffalo, which everybody forgets. Okay, because I did graphics for it. I did like 2 or 3 videos. I wasted a lot of time. He's wasted a lot of my time because when I do one video, he outdates that video within an hour. I'm so frustrated. I'm out running with my family or we're going to the store and I get this freaking alert or something. So he gets traded to Buffalo, says, I'm not going to Buffalo. I'm going somewhere solid. So they trade him to Oakland. So he goes to Oakland. He decides... I honestly believe this. When you step back and look at it, or if you write it out, it's crazy. I'm going to burn my feet off. I'm going to get out of this situation. Burns his feet off. Didn't get out. I'm going to decide to use my helmet as an excuse that I use. Yeah, since Pop Warner. I'm going to tell my GM I'm going to punch him in the face. And then after that, I'm going to release my coach's private conversation. It's orchestrated. Like, looking back, I feel like an idiot that I didn't see this coming.
We should have all seen it coming, but the truth of the matter is that in combination with Hard Knocks, I think made us believe this sort of romantic idea that this was going to somehow work out. But it is what it is, man.
Yeah. All right, hit some questions. What do you see?
Everybody, drop some questions in there. If you guys have Q&A questions, start-sit questions, go ahead and drop them in. I'm going to go ahead and scroll to the bottom. So as these things are coming in, I think what we'll do is a 4 IG, and then you'll jump on YouTube if that's cool.
Yeah, sure.
So here we go. So Jarvis Landry or Stephon Diggs in a full point PPR. Stephon Diggs is active, reported a few minutes ago.
I think I go Diggs if he's active. It sounds like he is. Like you said, I've read a couple places too. So I go Diggs, but that's a close one. I've had other ones where I've gone the other way, but I think with those 2 names, I go Diggs. I take the chance.
Yeah, I think it's a phenomenal matchup against the Atlanta Falcons, so I'm going to go ahead and start Stephon Diggs in that situation. If you get a guy like Diggs in your lineup and is active, he has the ability to explode, whereas Jarvis Landry, he seems to be anemic to the end zone. Tevin Coleman or Devonta Freeman on the flex, I'm going to go ahead and go oh, man, that is tough. It's going up against a solid defense. I really like the Tampa Bay and San Francisco 49er matchup today, man. I think there's going to be a lot of points being scored in that particular situation. Smitty, what do you think on that?
That one's easier for me. Coleman's on the way down. Breda's going to potentially get the start and be the guy. Could Coleman slip in there and get a lot of work? Maybe. And I think that we see what's what after week 1, but Freeman's like potentially a low-end running back or a high-end running back too, I think, this week, even with the matchup and all. He's a receiving guy, so if he can't get phased out of the game. So I'm really, really going with Freeman over Coleman on that by a mile for me.
Yeah, and I think from the touches standpoint as well, right? So Tevin Coleman may see a split with Breida back there, so start Tevin Coleman at the flex. Thoughts on Todd Gurley? You and I differ on this. I think Todd Gurley is going to finish top 5 this week.
This week? Well, okay, so I'll go ahead and say that it's very possible that they give him enough work. And I've said from the beginning, even if he had a good week 1, week 2, wouldn't change my stance that this guy's not going to hold up throughout the whole year, especially if they scale his workload back enough to keep him semi-healthy all year. He won't be worth his ADP. So either way, I think it's a lose-lose. For week 1, anything's possible, but if they stick to their word, which is giving Darrell Henderson 9 to 12 touches a game, and I don't trust them, the coaching staff, for anything. But if they stick to their word, 9 to 10 touches, Hendy's going to finally pop one in 1 or 2 weeks, and it's going to lead to more and more work, and I just can't wait. But if they don't give him touches, it's going to piss me off, but I'm still going to hold on to that faith that this guy is going to be elite if they give him the right amount of carries. And Darrell Henderson's been dropped in a lot of leagues, so scoop him up if he's available.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that should not be on the wire, that's for sure. So take a look on that. T.Y. Hilton or Darius Guice. So it was reported a few minutes ago that Adrian Peterson is going to be inactive for today's game, meaning that he's going to get the workload against the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I am a Philadelphia Eagle fan, as you can see.
Yep.
And something I do know is that the front seven is extremely good. The Eagles have one of the best run defenses in the league. Case Keenum is not a threat. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sit guys despite the workload that he's going to be receiving and start T.Y. Hilton against the Chargers. I think he's the ability to break out a couple deep passes.
Yeah, I don't know why people are so down on Ty. I was telling people that Ty was getting overdrafted before Luck was released. So I was like, stay away from Ty at his late second or early third round ADP.
Right.
But since Luck Luck retired, Hilton's dropped into like wide receiver 2, late wide receiver 2 territory. He's still potentially a low end wide receiver 1. So if you can make a last minute trade, we only have 50 minutes. But if you can make a last-minute trade, he's a guy I've been pushing to go get before he proves, hey, I'm still elite. Maybe not in the top 5 to 6, 7 wide receivers, but I can still be I can have a cup of coffee with the top 10 wide receivers all year, and I cost you a second round, or a wide receiver 2 type value. I go Hilton all day on that.
I think so too. We're on the same page there. Jameis Winston or Carson Wentz. This is a really, really good one. Both tremendous matchups. But for me, it's going to be Carson Wentz, not because I'm an Eagle fan, but because over the last 3 matchups with the Redskins, Carson Wentz has finished as a top 5 fantasy quarterback. He at least throws 2 touchdowns. Carson Wentz and the Eagles are going to have the ball a lot today, which means they're going to have plenty of opportunity to score. It's a Deshaun Jackson revenge game a little bit, so I'm anxious to see. They're going to take a couple deep shots with DJ.
Yeah.
So I think Wentz is going to finish as a top 3 play this week. So start Carson Wentz with confidence.
I think you get this wrong 4 times out of every 10 at least, because it'd be that hard. It's so close. Some of those calls are like that. I have my ask Smitty advice on Sleeper U, and I get like 50-50 calls like all day long, and it sucks because I'm like, let me flip a coin. Yeah. I go Winston for now, but I think that it could go either way.
This is a little bit of a harder question. Goff or Garoppolo?
I go Goff until kind of like some of these other players until we see what's what. Jimmy G's been struggling. I think he'll be fine. I think he's going to find Kittle. Kittle survived last year with a QB carousel of garbage, so I have no worries about Kittle. But do I start Jimmy G in that situation? Not yet, no.
You know what, man? Matt Walker asked that question. Matt, if Dak Prescott is chilling on your waiver wire, I actually like Dak Prescott over both of those options this week against the New York Giants. So take a quick look, man, because if he's available, Dak Prescott has absolutely lit the Giants in the last few matchups.
Let me toss some of my YouTube ones at you right now. So Ridley or Henderson full PPR. It's easy. Ridley or Darrell Henderson.
Full. Henderson, it's going to be Calvin Ridley.
Yeah. I think even though I love Darrell Henderson, you don't start him yet. Ridley's a wide receiver 2, I think, hiding in a lot lower value. Diggs, Tyler Boyd, Robert Woods. Choose one.
There's a little bit of risk factor, obviously, with Diggs in the apparent injury, but I'm still going to start Diggs in that situation. I do like Tyler Boyd, but I think that the Bengals can get run over today, man. I think it could be a nasty game for the Seattle Seahawks. So I'm going to go ahead and start Diggs in that situation in what I hope to be a shootout against the Minnesota Vikings and Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, well, a shootout and playing from behind could be good for Boyd. I think Boyd's the only guy I really like in that game. But Diggs is hard to sit. I think I'd probably go Boyd. It's close just because I'm worried about Diggs and that injury and what if he pulls up or something. Drop one Emmanuel Sanders, Kirk, Edelman, or Tyrell Williams standard. I don't drop Edelman, although his value took a huge hit, let's be honest. I don't know. What do you think of Emmanuel Sanders? Everybody's like wanting to start him in week 1. I'm like worried that he rushed back too early. What are you thinking?
I'm a big fan of Emmanuel Sanders week 1, man. I have him fired up in a couple leagues. In our throne league, in fact, I threw him in there as well instead of Will Fuller. So I'm big on Emmanuel Sanders this week. I do think he bounces back. Emmanuel Sanders was a top 12 fantasy quarterback for
wide receiver.
Last year, and he proved in preseason that he had that burst in his step. So
you have to cut then Tyrell Williams or Kirk.
That's gonna be Kirk for me.
Okay.
Tyrell is the wide receiver 1 on that team.
Fitz, Jeffrey, or Ridley, you got to go Ridley. Ridley's going to be good. Diggs or Landry, we actually already had that one, and we said Diggs for now. So that answered that question. Have Winston at QB1 this week. think he goes off. He could. I think he definitely could be top 5 or 6 this week. Josh Allen or Kirk Cousins, half point PPR. Not that it matters for the QB, but
give me Josh Allen and the rushing upside.
okay, I think I'll go with that in week 1. Nick says thoughts on Josh Allen today. So yeah, I think Allen could have 7 to 12 QB production, but where in that range, I don't know. Baker or Lamar? I'm all about Baker. Baker, touchdown maker. But what about you, Lamar or Baker?
It's Baker. I'm excited to see it, man. I'm excited to see it. But Lamar Jackson's someone we got to keep an eye on, man. Lamar Jackson could finish as the top 3 fantasy quarterback this year just from rushing production alone.
Godwin or Damian? Godwin or Damian Williams? Flex.
Give me Chris Godwin. Give me Chris Godwin today.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna go off today. I think if you have anybody who's on the Tampa side, you have to it's a must start. So I'm gonna go with Godwin today.
Back to IG. I think we got a couple questions in the comment cards here. Will Josh Gordon? We'll probably use this more often most weeks. Will Josh Gordon produce, or will he go away in week 2?
Will Josh Gordon produce this week?
Will his production go away in week 2? And what do you think he'll do in week 1?
I think he's going to be solid this week, but I do think his production gets impacted the most by the Antonio Brown move.
Yeah.
Because the rapport has already been established with Julian Edelman in that offense with James White. So I do think Josh Gordon's the odd man out, unfortunately. So I would throw Josh Gordon as a flex play this week, but I would be cautious. He'd be a good trade, a sell high after week 1 for me.
Yeah.
My boy Joe is asking Marvin Jones or Josh Gordon in the standard league.
I've been getting a lot of Marvin Jones questions, and it's kind of like, I'm not saying he can't do well, but they're turning very run heavy, and I know that they're facing a banged up secondary, but still, I don't know, a run heavy offense with Golladay needing to eat. Yeah. I think I just tend to lean. Josh Gordon was the alternative.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for this week, Josh Gordon, as far as week 2 on, I don't know, man. I think he's good enough to survive. I think Edelman and him both take a hit with Antonio Brown. But also, we didn't talk about this real quick. What are the odds, if you had to put a percentage on it, that Antonio Brown runs into a significantly big meltdown problem situation where the hoodie says, I'm not putting up with that. You're sitting, next week or whatever. The hoodie ain't going to put up with it. I think that there's a real likelihood, not 50-50 maybe, but maybe something close to that, right, where Antonio Brown takes a dive in value again. I trade him on the high. If I own him.
The only reason I'll push back on that is it seems to me that he was trying to set himself up in this situation.
Well, yeah.
So it's not advantageous for him to do the same sort of screw up or meltdown to get himself out of the situation. I mean, what better situation than to play with Tom Brady and Bill Belichick and get a Super Bowl? He set it up, man. So I think if Brown, as crazy as it is, set this up to perfection for himself, and I don't think he's going to do anything wrong.
Yeah.
This reminds me, oddly enough, of the situation where Randy Moss leaves Oakland,
right,
lands in New England, and tears it up. I'm not going to say that, but that Antonio Brown's going to haul in 24 touchdowns, but I'm just throwing it out there.
He's got I'm going to do a little parody, a little animation cartoon on how to get out of work for the week and just follow these steps that Antonio Brown did. Because obviously, until the last step, he was okay. He was just been suspended. He wouldn't have had to come into work.
Right. I love it, man. Thanks for the Dak. Yeah, guys, there's if Dak Prescott is on your wire, you're debating between Josh Allen's of the world and in that tier, please look for Dak as he could finish as a top 5 play this week. Tevin Coleman or your boy Devin Singletary. This is coming in from my guy Taco Batman 34.
Taco, you need to go with Devin because Coleman, we don't know what his workload could be. Breda's probably going to start. Breda's probably going to eat more tacos. Taco, so get your boy Singletary, who at least has more potential yards per carry, the ability to, I think, pop one off for a good, 20-yard, 30-yard touchdown. Devin Singletary breaks ankles, man. He is people have talked about how he's made his own teammates in practice look like fools because of the way he cuts. He's like a little Marshall Faulk left to right. He really is.
He's like a young LaShawn McCoy.
Yeah, or that. Yeah. So I can't wait to see him get more work. Do I worry that the coaching staff knows what they have? Absolutely. But
Right.
talent-wise, the dude's bleeding talent. So
I'm gonna go ahead and disagree with you on that one, Smitty. I think Tevin Coleman is the start over Singletary, at least for this week.
mhm.
We don't know what Devin Coleman's
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Singletary's role is right now. So at the very least, I know Tevin Coleman's going to get a ton of involvement, and it should be a high-scoring game. So give me some Coleman in that situation. What else we got? Boyd and Duke. Oh man, what is this? Boyd and Duke. I think Tyler Boyd or Duke Johnson is the question.
Okay, Tyler Boyd or Duke Johnson. I'm definitely going to go Boyd. I like Duke a lot, but we need to find out what his role is going to be and if the team's going to use him to the degree we hope. But Duke has a lot of upside for the future, just a little bit of risk. But Boyd, I think, is a wide receiver, a high-end wide receiver 2 this week, if not a low-end wide receiver 1-ish, because of what I was saying earlier and what you were saying earlier, that they would be down, or it would be a tough game. They'd be down to be like a shootout. And even if Andy Dalton's the orchestrating quarterback, who I don't trust throwing him the ball consistently, he's going to feed him a lot of targets. And playing from behind in the third and fourth quarter is the only reason I like Boyd on that bad team. I think they're going to be a lot worse than people think all year long with the injuries on the offensive line. People expecting Mixon to not see 8-man fronts and 3-and-outs all the time. Mixon was overdrafted, and I think
No, Smitty.
Yeah.
I was seeing that last year. I think Joe Mixon's going to be completely fine. It's essentially the same situation he was in last year.
It's a good debate. It's a good debate.
You get a slight improvement.
It's a good debate. There are a number of you in the Throne League. You, Rapper, Guru, you guys all like Mixon, and I've been like Mixon, Gurley. So here's the funny thing. Mixon, Gurley, and Connor were all top 12 overall players roughly at some point during the offseason. And I'm like, no. All of them are now like late second round picks, and they're all becoming less risky there. I agree. But they're all three guys I've stayed away from all offseason because they were going way too high. But Mixon at like late second is doable for me if like let's say I was on the clock right now, but I would never pay first round value. But hey, it's fun to debate these and differ. A couple questions here. Pick 2, Eckler, Godwin, or Mixon. It's really easy for. Well, I shouldn't say Mixon's a lock. Even after what I just said, Mixon's your lock. You have to start him. But Godwin, Eckler, who are you going with this week? Eckler could be really good, for as long as he starts.
He can. I'm worried that Justin Jackson may get a little bit more of a role in week 1. So with that being said, I'm still going to go Godwin. I think Godwin has the potential to go 700 and a touchdown today.
Okay, yeah, I'm probably with you. I think Godwin is a guy I could not sit at all. And then thoughts on
crazy if you sit him and then he goes off.
Yeah.
The first half.
Thoughts on
Eckler or Henry? I got the question's been sitting here for a while, Smitty.
Yeah.
So Austin Eckler or Derrick Henry?
I go Derrick Henry. I think we're a lot of the fantasy world is expecting him to maybe drop running back 1 numbers. So I think we got to roll with him given his finish, and then if he starts to stutter step on those running back 1 numbers, and we don't see the running back we all had hoped we'd see. I didn't draft him in the second round or anything, but he has second round appeal, like in hindsight type fashion. So I start him, and I hope that we get that low end running back 1 that we were hoping for. That's me.
For me, if it's a PPR league, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in Austin Eckler. I don't project Derrick Henry to catch any passes. The dude, I'm just so anti Derrick Henry.
Yeah,
it's crazy. But so for me, if it's PPR, get the guy that's gonna catch 3 to 5 passes.
Yeah,
go for it, Smitty. What do you
let's see if we got any in the comment card. Let's see. Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders in. Miles Sanders in play this week. I'm not going to start Miles Sanders because this is a sharing situation right away, and we don't know what Miles Sanders is gonna give us production wise. So I'm staying away from him. What about you?
Again, my opinion is a little bit skewed in that regard. I do think that he's going to have some opportunity, but honestly, I lean with you on the fact that we just don't know what the player is going to look like. We may see a ton of Jordan Howard.
As he wears his Eagles hat. Diggs. Instagram, Diggs, Duke, or Henry. I have the question on screen here. Diggs, Duke, or Henry?
Diggs.
Okay. I think PPR, I think I probably go Diggs, but I'm tempted Henry, but like you said, without receptions, makes him less attractive.
In what situation? This is a great. I mean, this question is amazing. Todd Gurley or Julio Jones is at flex. How do you have that option?
Yeah, that is. I don't know. I don't know what to tell people when they give me that kind of question. I'm just like, what are you playing in? What's your grandma starting? You know.
The Heal 2K. Please let us know how many teams are in your league. But to answer your question, give me Julio.
Yeah, Galladay on screen here on Instagram. Galladay or Breda?
It's gonna be Galladay.
Okay. Marvin Jones or Deion Lewis? Marvin Jones. Even though I'm not like super high on him, you got to go Marvin Jones.
Yeah.
Cooks or Lockett? Brandon Cooks or Lockett?
Give me Lockett. Give me Lockett this week.
Yeah, me too. Of course you play Zeke. Roger?
Come on, man.
Come on.
Thoughts on Debo this week?
Roger, take a lap.
Debo's a sleeper. I think Debo was the most trending rookie wide receiver to end preseason. I do like him as kind of just a. There's a lot of. I'm speaking from experience. I'm an Antonio Brown owner in 2 leagues, so I know everyone's kind of scrambling to your bench to see who the heck you'd start. So look out for these 2 people. Look out for Deshaun Jackson. I think he could have a huge game just because we see him kind of go off.
Yeah, so quick. He's so quick still.
Beasley too.
Yeah.
Beasley's someone that can actually just hog up PPR numbers. So if he catches 7 receptions for 50 yards, I know it's not going to win you your week, but at least it won't lose it. So for those 2 guys.
Jason on here with a super chat question. I got to read his. Half PPR flex, Robbie Anderson, Tyrell Williams, or Jordan Howard. I'm going to say if Robbie Anderson's a go, and I think he is, right? Robbie Anderson.
You know how high I am on Robbie Anderson?
Yeah, but I mean he's a go, right? There was talk about him. Yeah, so Robbie Anderson, Jason, you get the double yeses on that one.
Get him going.
And thank you.
Darius Geis or Sony Michel. Start Sony Michel at will. Michel is going to go off. I think he finds the end zone twice.
I'm probably with you on that one, but I wouldn't say it with such enthusiasm because I think Geis getting the start, Geis could produce pretty well. I worry about Geis staying healthy because I feel like they're rushing him back, but he looks good. For as long as he's healthy, I think he'll be pretty good. But I think I would go Michel this week. Now next week, I feel like things get really cloudy there. Yeah, so I don't know about what to make of these. Even the running backs, even White and Michel pulling in passes, what to do about all these.
It's the Sony Michel show when they get down to the goal line. It's the Sony Michel show.
Yeah,
he's going to lead the NFL in rushing touchdowns. He's going to have.
I will bet you on that.
Okay.
I'll bet you he's not in the top 3 in rushing touchdowns. So I'll give you a little bit, only because I worry about injury with him with his paper mache knees. I'll make a bet. The loser has to go on a live, and I will do this. Shame. For 30 seconds straight saying that you were right, and then you do something.
Okay, I'll get a little gauntlet and do the same thing.
Okay. Michelle, he won't be top. He won't be top 3.
I say Sony Michel will finish top 3 in the NFL in rushing touchdowns.
Okay.
Smitty does not believe so.
I do not.
What else we got? We got a good one here. So Joey Ford is asking Paul Richardson or big boy Robbie Anderson. Man, get Robbie Anderson in your lineup ASAP.
What was the question?
It was Robbie Anderson or Paul Richardson.
Yeah, Anderson. Come on.
I don't think Paul Richardson should be owned.
Yeah, I do this thing on the show where you ask a dumb question, you got to go take a lap. So wherever you are, if you're at work, you're at home, take a lap.
Joey.
Bad question. Bad question.
Drop down, give us 5 push-ups.
Yeah.
Darius Geis or Tevin Coleman in a PPR league.
Geis.
Because of the PPR. No, man. Because of the PPR factor, you got to go Coleman. It's the much better matchup. I love Geis. I got him in almost every league, but I don't think the matchup is gonna be well for him.
We're running the risk though that he won't get near as many touches as we think because Breda is going to be the guy according to all the news reports. Could the news reports be wrong? But I'm willing to wait a week before I. But I hear you. The arguments there.
Right? It's like we haven't seen much from
I know.
Both, and it's like I'm basing it completely on the matchup.
I go with the starter.
Dak. That's a good one though. Dak or Cam Newton. Smitty, I'll let you take it.
I'm gonna go Cam, but I kind of cringe when I say that because I just don't know what's in store yet. But I go Cam. I know you're high on Dak. I know you were saying that earlier, but Dak I don't know. Dak's that guy that can just like manage the offense, and they're going to feed Zeke a ton. I don't know that he's going to have like this 300-yard, even 2 TD game. So is he capable like 250, 20 rushing and then 1 TD? Yeah. So if you want safe, maybe. But
yeah, actually, let's use that analogy.
Yeah.
Gilbert asked that question. So Gilbert, if you had a Green Bay Packer in your lineup this week, and Devontae Adams kind of crapped the bed for you, or Aaron Jones did, then go Cam Newton just based on the pure upside. But if projections have stayed even, Dak is as safe as it gets. He's averaged 23 fantasy points against the New York Giants over the last 4 matchups. So for me, it's Dak. Or if you're playing from behind, just throw in Cam Newton and hope for a big play.
Yeah, I think you can use that way, that recipe, if you've had if you're looking for safety out of a position, or you're looking for. I got one here from Sean, a super chat. Sean says, pick 4: David Johnson, Evans, Cooks. I assume he means Cooks, the receiver, Jacobs, and Michelle and Dede. I mean, you got to take David Johnson. If that's Duke Johnson, I'm pretty sure it's David because you listed him first. It looks like they're going down in terms of value. So David Johnson, Evans, and then you're going to say Michelle, and then I'm going to say let's add in Brandon Cooks. But it's hard between Cooks.
I think it becomes a Brandon Cooks versus Dede Westbrook question.
Yeah.
So with that, I'm going to go Dede Westbrook. I do think he has the ability to go off this week. It's going to be against the Kansas City Chiefs. Like, they're going to throw a ton. So, for me, on the flip side, the Ravens-Carolina game may be a little bit more defensive. I'm going to go Dede Westbrook in that recipe. I think he has the ability to really smash it this week.
Thanks for the super chat. Bender says, Singletary sleeper of the week in all caps locks. He's yelling at me. Sleeper of the week. I'm not gonna disagree with you, bro. I'm not saying I start him over every player or whatever, but I love Singletary. I hope he and Darrell Henderson prove me proud as the season moves along.
I love it, man. And I'm with it, man. I got Devin Singletary in our Throne League, so hopefully I play you the week that he goes off.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Right? Okay, Tyler.
Hold on. Come get Brady. Who's your quarterback in the Throne League? I have Brady and I have Mahomes. And I offered Brady to the counselor for Galladay right before all that broke down. He was like, ha, ha, ha. That's the dumbest trade ever. Like, Brady, I will trade Mahomes now, based on my community's vote. What do you guys think? Do I trade Brady? Do I trade Mahomes? Who's your QB? Do you need a QB?
Do I need a QB? I got my boy Superman.
Okay.
At QB. I'm fine.
All right. Well,
I'm doing fine.
You know where to find me.
I do, but I need receivers, and I think we're both lackluster in that department.
Thanks, Mark.
Tyler Boyd, Josh Jacobs, or Chris Carson in a PPR league. Ooh, that is a solid situation to be in.
Boyd, Chris Carson, and who?
Josh Jacobs.
I'm gonna go Boyd, but I know a lot of people would go Carson. And I don't blame people for going Carson in week 1. Like, I'm okay with that. I doubt Carson about as much as I doubt some of the other players I've tossed out that I have some doubt about. But in week 1, I'm okay with that. I think they feed him. I'm not worried about injury in week 1, but I worry he gets hurt eventually. But I do go Boyd in PPR. I think Boyd's just going to get a lot of work. He's the wide receiver 1 right now. He's going to play potentially like a low-end wide receiver 1 for a while until A.J. Green comes back. And even when A.J. Green comes back, this guy will have been watered and nurtured and grown into a man. And A.J. Green's going to come back and not even recognize him and be like, bro! Did you ever, I don't know, I know people are young here, but David Robinson, the basketball player, I'm sure you remember him. David Robinson, center for the Spurs. He went into the military. He got drafted into the pros, then went into the military first. Came back like, I don't know, half a foot taller or something. And when he unlocked the door and went into his mama's house, she's hitting him with a broom. She's like, who are you? Didn't recognize him. That's what it's going to be like when A.J. Green comes back, when he looks at Tyler Boyd for the first time.
Who is this guy? Kevin Johnson. Yeah. For me, though, honestly, I like Chris Carson just because of the matchup. I think he has the highest likelihood of finding the end zone over those last 2 options because of the matchup. Geis or Coleman, I feel like we've gotten this question 1,000 times. For me, because of the PPR factor, it's going to be Coleman, but Smitty likes Geis. Or Michael Gallup in a PPR.
Geis, he's starting. Geis is going to get a ton of work. I think whenever you got a guy like clearly starting, like the team doesn't go, we're going to use both backs. So like we're starting Geis, and AP was a scratch, a healthy scratch. I mean, Geis is a potential high end running back too this week, or at least a mid range running back too. I go Geis in a lot of situations right now.
I like it. Our guy Nick German told us that we should do a water bet on that bet, so I'm up for that.
Definitely. And when are we doing the football toss?
I already got some. Well, actually, I think it'd be better with a live. I don't know.
Okay. I need to go get some footage of me throwing it, whether I beat you or not, in the tryout or the practice. It doesn't matter. That won't. If I post it not beating you, it doesn't mean I've lost. It just means my practices aren't going well. But I used to throw a long, pretty long ball. So we'll see.
Okay.
That was a while ago. I've done it years. So.
I'm good for 50 yards, man. I did it before. I played some football back in my day, so I could throw a 50-yard pass.
I might throw a duck. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see. But we have a bet. For those of you who don't know, we have a bet who can throw a football further. He says he can throw it 50 yards, so I might be at a disadvantage. I might not be. I don't know. The gun. I'll have to work the guns out. But I think I could throw it pretty close. We'll see. I think I could kick. I used to kick 40, so I might have to. I might have to kick it in. I might have to kick it in, but I'm gonna get it there. But we'll do that on a live. Do you still have to go? You have to go?
I gotta go, man. I'll
okay.
Answer. I'll just go kind of fire chat, guys. Just drop your questions real quick, and we'll just go fire around for the next 60 seconds. Boom, 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 boom. Is Hilliard to start this week?
Who?
Hilliard, the guy from tight end.
Maybe he's talking about Dontrell Hilliard, the backup running back for the Browns, who I love. That might,
really?
Yeah.
I doubt that question.
I don't love him to.
2014 league, like how?
I don't love him to start, but like in terms of like a regular league. But if you're in a really deep league, or if you are just like you have nobody and you need a couple receptions, this guy could get you like 30 yards off 3 or 4 receptions. Hilliard is my must cuff to Chubb right now. I love Hilliard. He's like that everyone's going to race to the waiver wire if something happens to Chubb this week because
you heard it here first. You just instilled a ton of fear in Chubb owners.
Yeah, well, I love Chubb. Chubb's a top 5 to 10 running back this year, but he's very injury prone. So
Matt Ryan or Jacoby is going to be Matt Ryan. Robbie Anderson or Christian Kirk is going to be Robbie Anderson for me. Baker Mayfield or Jameis Winston. This question is a little bit closer than the other one. What do you got, Smitty? We'll end it on that. Well, I'll end it on that.
Baker, you don't sit Baker, touchdown maker. Take a lap for even asking. I'm not saying it couldn't work out, but you just don't do it. Like it's just it's not good. It's not good. It's not good for the Baker brand.
Let's get those five sit-ups and take a lap, Evan. Evan's been a long-time follower. He's been an OG follower since 2015.
It's tough love. It's tough love. It doesn't mean we don't love Evan.
Yeah, it's tough love. All right, Smitty, I gotta take off, man. But I look forward to doing this again next week. Maybe we should tie it in with some long-distance throwing. Who knows? Yeah,
definitely. And I'll stay here. For those of you that are still here, he's gonna bail, but I'm gonna be here. He's gonna be back next week. We're gonna go on his live and answer questions. Next week we'll do it all in the comment cards. I'll finish it off in the comment cards. But thank you. We'll see you. Good luck. Not too much luck in the Throne League, but good luck.
Later, brother.
Go Eagles.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's get to it. We've got, 20 minutes left before I jump off. Dalvin Cook, top 5 running back. Julian, you could not have said a more intelligent thing on the show today. So you get a free, Julian, get out of take a lap. You get a get out of take a lap card. Free card. On me, Julian. Tuck that away in your pocket. You don't need to take your lap the next time you say something stupid. Let it flow, Julian. Baker or Russell? I'm going to go Baker, touchdown maker. Woods or Shepard? Not even close, Matt. You take your lap, Woods, but then be happy when you get back because you have a good option there in Woods. So congratulations and, tough love. Wilson or Winston today. I probably go, damn, that's close. I probably go Winston, but bro, that is a close one. Fuller or Miles Sanders. We don't even know what Sanders' role will be, so you got to go Fuller. Fuller, whenever he's on the field, he could get hurt, does well. Hawkinson, a decent game, could be. Russell Wilson over Jimmy G all day, even though anything can happen. Cook or Armstead. Nick, I don't know what Cook you're referring to. If it's Dalvin Cook, you need to take 10 laps, my friend. Gordon or Lockett. I go Lockett. Or no, I go Gordon this week, but then for, future, we don't know what the future holds for Josh Gordon, so then you'd probably go Lockett. But you could go either way. That one's close. Cooks or Drake. I go Cooks every time. Robbie Anderson or Diggs or T.Y. You got to pick two. T.Y. and probably Diggs for me because, well, Diggs and Anderson are both like they were kind of up in the air. Breda or Damian. I go Damian. Okay, hit me, YouTube. Kirk Cousins, way underrated, says Jordan. We'll see. Check my super chat. Oh, Grant. I'm sorry. Grant. Grant. Thank you, Grant, for the super chat. Should I flex Duke Johnson, DJ Moore, or Lockett? I think you go Lockett all day long in this situation, but hopefully Duke Johnson makes it difficult for you on the weekly moving forward. So we don't know, but we will see. If I missed a super chat, I'm sorry. Yell at me if I missed your chat. I'll scroll back up and punch it in. Mood dropping the super chat, $4.99, sir. Thank you. Need a big boom to win half PPR. Pick 2. Thomas, Cooks, Tyreek Hill. Mood, I can't yell at you because you super chatted. So I'm going to say this with a smile. You don't sit Michael Thomas or Tyreek Hill ever. You have yourself 2 amazing wide receivers that are like top 12. And Cooks, while he could pop off at any time, you do not sit your big boys. Thomas and Tyreek Hill, you have probably 2 of the best receivers anybody could possibly assemble. So for that, my friend, pat yourself on the back and don't think about sitting Cooks. Even if it doesn't work out this week, you made the right call. It's Mike Thomas and Tyreek Hill every single time. If I have the wrong Thomas, let me know, but that wouldn't even be a question for me. Fantastic 2 wide receivers. Totally awesome. You killed it. I would love to know who your running backs are because those are like almost 2 first-rounders. Bender, super chat missed. Just because you're the man. Super chat missed. Did I miss yours, Bender? Ah! Bender, I'm looking. Bender, wait. Bender, $2 super chat. Sorry, Bender. Just because you're the man. Oh, okay. My bad, Bender. Thank you, though. Mark, thank you for the super chat. Sean, thank you for the super chat again. All right, let's hit the questions. Eckler, White, or Godwin, flex half PPR. I go Godwin, but you wouldn't be crazy to go either of the other 2. You have a really hard problem on your hands. You need to trade away some players. Trade White after a big game or something. Diggs, Robert Woods, Keenan Allen, Tyler Boyd. Pick 2. Allen and Boyd, but man, Woods, like what are you guys doing? Trade some of this talent, do some 2-for-1s. Jameis or Baker. I go Baker, touchdown maker, but you wouldn't be crazy to go Jameis. I take back any lap I told you to take on that question. I think you should take a lap just because we love Baker, but it's not that crazy. Trade DJ Moore for Singletary. I probably would, but I'm a little crazy for Singletary. Sanders or Breda. Probably go Sanders this week. Sell AB for Amari Cooper. That's not a bad swap. I'll tell you why. Because we might not be done with this Antonio Brown garbage. Breda or Robbie. I probably go. I think I might say I'm close on this where I could one moment tell you Breda, one moment tell you Robbie, man. I don't know. Someone might even ask that question already, and I might be going the other way already. Robbie for now because he's playing, but Breda over like a Tevin Coleman, of course. But Michelle or Godwin, go non-PPR. Oh, maybe Michelle this week, but this week only. Godwin's going to be amazing. If you have a gut instinct that's saying one or the other, go with the gut because that's like coin toss close, bro. Was offered Cooper Kupp 2021 for Miles Sanders. No! I don't like Miles Sanders. I think they've proven that coaching staff that they don't stick with one running back for starters. Second, I never thought he was like in the top 3 or 4 running back talent group. So I say no. Debo or Hilliard, 0.5 PPR. That is a very tough one because we might not see either of them. We might see a lot of both. I don't know. I think Debo I think I go Debo for now, but I love that you have Hilliard at the end of your bench waiting. A lot of people won't be stashing him yet. Got Brown for Shepard. Got Brown for Cup. Okay. All aboard Singletary hype train people, says Bender. Josh Gordon or T.Y. Hilton. That is a tough one. I think I go T.Y. Josh Allen or Goff. I think I go Goff for now. Half PPR, Singletary or Gallup. I go Singletary, but I'm crazy. Who should I start? Singletary could do nothing, but he could also do a lot. So I'm rolling the dice on that one. That's a dice roll. Know that. Matt Ryan, Josh Allen can grab Dak off waivers. I go Matt Ryan, bro. Matt Ryan is, a lot of people have Matt Ryan really high this year. Don't even think about it. Just start him. Rudolph or Olsen? I go, oh, good Lord. I go Olsen. Take the risk. Cooper Kupp or Ridley? Ridley. I'm a Ridley guy. I know a lot of people love Cooper Kupp. I'm a Ridley guy. Big Ben or Baker? That could be close this week because I do like Big Ben a lot. But Baker, touchdown maker, I can't sit him. Shepard or Breda? That's more of a close one where Breda is the call. Take Breda. Mixon, a good running back one. I'm not a big fan of Mixon. I think that he gets phased out of games because of the passing that they're going to have to do to get back into games because I think the Bengals are going to blow this year. They're injured up and down the line. A.J. Green's out. Andy Dalton, I'm just not a fan. I would trade him high if he blows up, let's say. Trade Diggs and Woods for Beckham. Abso-freaking-lutely, Tom. Go do that now and come back. And then I'm going to take a lap because I didn't make that trade. You did. That's how fantastic that trade is. You get a make Smitty take a lap card if you pull that off. Good luck today, Smitty. Thank you, Evan. Diggs, Geis at flex. I go Geis, I think. I might have even gone back and forth on this one in live just to be completely upfront with you. I'm like, Diggs, Geis. The more I think about it, with AP being a healthy scratch, I might lean Geis, but you aren't crazy to go either way. Drop Peyton Barber for Darren Waller. Sure. Cam or Dak. Coin toss says Cam. Dalvin Cook or Leonard Fournette. Don't ask that question again, Red, and take a lap. Dalvin Cook's top 5, bro. Ridiculous. Super chat from Matt. Jarvis. Are you asking about Jarvis? Oh, that's his name, Matt Jarvis. I'm like, Jarvis Landry? Thank you, Matt. Do you have a question? Hit me with it. Did I miss a super chat? Did I miss a super chat? Sorry if I did. Mood. I never saw Mood your response on yours. Let me scroll through here and see what Mood said about his damn good wide receivers. Because Mood has the best wide receivers so far that I've seen someone post. I don't know if he responded. Lat Murray or Justin Jackson. I go Lat Murray. Ridley or Jones. I go Ridley, Sonny, all day long. Posner with the super chat. Posner is consistent, man. He's always here, dropping it. Pumped up for the season. Thanks for the advice. You bet, Posner. Post a question if you have it. Cam Newton or Goff? This is one where I feel like I've answered it one way and I might have answered it another way. They're too close. Some of these are too close for me to keep track. They're like 50-50 calls. I'm going to lean Goff at the moment. If I said Cam over Goff last time, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You're asking me a 50-50 call. Brady or Winston. This week I go Winston, but Brady might be the start moving forward for sure. Diggs or Galladay. Diggs or Brady. Diggs. Super chat from Mood again. Need a big boom. Thomas, Cooks, or Hill? Yeah. Definitely still the same, bro. Thomas and Hill, you are money. You have the best wide receivers I've seen all morning. Don't even consider giving Cooks a seat. You have amazing wide receivers. And thank you for the super chat, Mood. Ask another question. You've earned another one. Leonard Fournette over Dalvin Cook all day. Anthony, I know you're new to the channel, and that's okay. We're going to give you a pass. We're going to hug it out after this. But take a lap for that. Leonard Fournette over Cook? Leonard Fournette's like a third or fourth rounder. Cook's top 5 running back, top 12 overall pick, Anthony. This is tough love, Anthony. Eckler or Mack? I go Eckler this week, but it's close enough. Trust your gut. Do I drop Miles Sanders or Coleman for Brady? Yes. Go drop either one of them for Brady. Probably Coleman because Brady's elevating. Coleman's falling behind. Monitor Coleman in case he gets the start or Brady gets hurt. But go get Brady now. What are you doing? Don't leave him on the waiver wire. He could be a top 1 to 5 QB. Good luck to you, Danny. Thank you. Tyrell, Lat Murray, or Singletary? Probably Singletary, but I am a dice roller. Lat Murray's the safest play. Doherty. Need help, says casual. James White or Tyrell Williams? James White, dude. Come on. Mike Evans going to play. Yeah, he should be fine. You're great, Smitty. Thank you. Devin Singletary or Miles? Devin, but I'm crazy. Why are you ignoring me? Donnie, I'm not ignoring. I love when people think I'm ignoring them. Like, I've got 100 questions being thrown at me, bro. I'm trying my best. Post your question again, and I'll try and respond. I need newer questions. Post them here. Josh, Jacobs, or Drake? I go Jacobs. Who do you start, Murray, Murray, Dak, or Jimmy? I probably start Dak, but I'm tempted to go Murray there. Eckler or Sony? Sony Michel this week. Eckler probably moving forward. Thanks again, Mood. Thanks again, Posner. You guys rock. Geis or Jackson? Geis, bro. Easy call. AP's, I think, a healthy scratch. So, bro, Geis is going to ball. Tough one. Flex, Singletary or Curtis Samuel? Oh! PPR, maybe Samuel, man, for week 1 and see what's what with Singletary, but I love Singletary, for the future. Sony Michel or Derrick Henry, PPR. I think I answered Henry earlier, but I am on the fence, and in PPR, Michel is worth a look. Safe play is Michel, home runs Henry if you need a push in one direction or the other. Drop Allen for Darren Waller. Why not? But it depends on who you have at QB. Do you like money? Anyone bet sports follow? Get out of here, sports cappers. If you drop that in here again, you could get banned from the lives. Ask questions. Don't promote. Self-promote. Geis or Singletary? Geis. We're good, cappers. I know you've been around here for a while, so we're all good. Lamar Jackson. I don't know that I dropped Josh Allen then. You're a promoter. Well, you're in my live. Pick 2. Season long. Eckler, Singletary, or Geis? Eckler and Geis. Pretty easy call, even though I like Singletary. Jeffrey or Ridley? Ridley! Take a lap, Dylan! Should I pick up Gronk? Depends on your depth, man. I mean, he's like total, like, deep pickup play. Doherty, did I miss your question again? There's so many questions coming through here, Doherty. I'm sorry. Elite, Zeke or Gurley this week? Take a lap, Elite. Zeke by a mile. I don't even care if that doesn't work out right. It's the right call. Zeke by a mile. Watson or Mahomes? God, dude, these guys are amazing. Mahomes, but I love both. Happy Sunday, Smitty. Go Devils. Thank you. Ridley again. I got to try and find casual. Josh Jacobs or Drake? I think I said that. Jacobs, Eckler, Sony. I already answered that one. Where's Doherty's question? Mike Evans going to play? I think that's your question, Doherty, and I think I got it for you. Smitty, really the greatest out there. Thank you. I appreciate it. Happy Sunday to you. Oh, did I miss a super chat? I got a lot going on here. Oh, yeah, Posner. Thanks again, Posner. Thanks again, Mood. Odell or AB week 2? Probably Odell, man. But how the hell you have that dilemma now? Fantastic job. Diggs or Galladay? Probably Diggs because he's playing. Dalvin Cook or Cooper Kupp this week? Take a lap, Nolan. You know the answer to that. Dalvin Cook is a top 5 overall player this week. Check my super chat. Mood, I did. Mood, I answered it a couple times. Let me throw it up again. Need a big boom to win half PPR. Pick 2. Mike Thomas, Brandon Cooks, or Tyreek Hill. Mood, I got you covered. I said this a couple times. I'll say it again. You have 2 of the best wide receivers I've seen all morning. don't even consider sitting Mike Thomas or Tyreek Hill for Cooks. Don't even think about it. You have two of my top 5 wide receivers, top 6 wide receivers right there. You have the best wide receivers I've seen all morning. Don't even consider sitting them. Did you get that, Mood? Confirm that you saw that, Mood. I want to make sure you feel taken care of. I have answered that 2 or 3 times, just so you know. I don't know what happened. Geis or Henry, full PPR. I go. If I've said Henry before, I apologize, but I'm feeling Geis all of a sudden because I might have been asked that question earlier. Geis with AP as the start. AP as the healthy scratch. Geis is the guy. I look like Big Cass. I've heard that a couple times in the past couple months, bro. You look like Slim Shady and you look like Big Cass. And I didn't know. I don't follow wrestling, so I apologize for sounding naive, not knowing who he was. But I'm like, who the hell's Big Cass? I pull it up and I'm like, he looks like a cousin. Oh, Big Cass. It could be worse. It could be worse. You could tell me I look like somebody worse, so I'm okay with that. Mood, did you feel taken care of on the other question? I answered it a couple times. I want to make sure you know that I took care of you. Mood is posting another. Thank you, Mood. You're the man. Flex spot, Cooks or Breda or Drake. Cooks, my friend. Cooks, but Breda, there's an argument to be made for Breda because he's moving into the potential starting slot. We still don't know how much that split will be between him and Coleman. We don't know how San Fran's going to do, what they're going to do. But I think I would definitely go with Cooks at this point and then reassess it each week. So next week we'll have we'll have to take a look at it. So ask me next week, but definitely go with Cooks. But Mood, did you hear my response on the other one? Just let me know. Okay, I got you. Thank you. Deshaun or Sammy, that's a close one. I'd probably go Sammy, but I don't like either option, to be honest. Goff or Cousins, I go Goff. Let me take care of some Instagram peeps real quick. Hold Gronk, 18 deep roster, maybe, but that's definitely crazy. Umberger! What's up, Umberger? What do you got, Umberger? Hit me with it. Young says, answer my effing question. God. Oh, Young. Young, I'm in a good mood. I don't care. I still love you. Kyler, Prescott, or Allen? I'd probably go Allen because of the running back upside. I'd probably go effing Allen, Young. Okay? Damian or White? I go White, but I'm a little bit crazy about this situation. 5 minutes left. Mood. A lot of the things duplicating. I keep seeing the same thing duplicated. Send another super chat question. I got it. Thank you again, Mood. Godwin or Cup? I go Godwin. Thanks, Mark. Diggs, Mike Williams, or in a standard, I go Diggs for now. Quick question, Will Fuller or Tyrell Williams? Go Will Fuller. I think Will Fuller could eat. And Watson loves him. If he's healthy, Will Fuller's a beast. He's just never healthy. But he's healthy right now. Dede, Lockett. I go Dede myself. But admittedly, I'm not a big fan of Lockett. Jackson or Singletary. I go Singletary. You're the best, says Young. Young, I love when you yell at me. It's okay. Sanders or Devin Singletary. I go Singletary, but that's me. Should I sit Evans? Boyd over Woods, I go Boyd myself. I'm going to go through the questions real quickly. I'm going to answer them without putting them on screen. I just want to help everybody to put a comment card in because that's the better way to do it. I should have been doing it through the question cards. Next week I will. Thoughts on Tom Brady, fantasy value, top 2 to 5 QB right now, I think. Should I start Pettis over Gordon in week 2? Let's address week 2 when we get to week 2 and see how Gordon looks. He might be amazing. And we're like, forget Antonio Brown. Not that we're not going to think he doesn't exist, but I mean, we're not going to let Antonio Brown decide where Josh Gordon's going to rank. We don't know what Gordon's going to do. He could have 3 TDs. Who knows? Chris Thompson, PPR, not a big fan. Hilton, Diggs, Robbie. I go Hilton and Diggs this week and reassess next week. Jacobs over Drake. Shout out to Fantasy Tricks. What do you think about the Bears defense? Good game on Thursday. I love the Bears defense, top 3. Nick says Hilliard or Debo. I tend to lean Debo this week, but I love Hilliard. Do you like Debo? I do like Debo. I think he could be a really awesome player. Mike Steve Smith meets Anquan Bolden by the end of the year. We'll be looking at his sophomore year being a breakout year. Cut Aguilar for Redfro. Yes, I would. Dak or Cam. I lean Cam, but you could go either way. Should I start Josh Jacobs or Diggs? I probably go Diggs in a PPR format. Jacobs in a non-PPR. Help me, Coleman or Duke. I probably lean Duke because Coleman looks like he could be getting running back 2 carries this week. Kyler, Prescott, or Allen. I lean Allen. Galladay, Breda. I lean Galladay. Mac, Alshon, Dede. I probably lean Dede, but Mac is definitely worth considering and trust your gut on that. Will you see more Montgomery in week 2? Yes, we will, I believe. Geis or Aguilar? Geis by a mile. AP was a healthy scratch. Fuller or Sanders? I'm coming back to you, YouTube. Don't worry. Fuller or Sanders? I'm going to go Fuller. I tried to answer as many Instagram questions as I could there. Ebron or Doyle? Ebron. Coleman. Okay. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Send another super chat, says Mood. Mood, you're on repeat, bro. I'm looking. I think you're talking about the other one. Yeah, so Mood, flex spot, Cooks, Breda, Drake. I go Cooks all day. I got you, Mood. Will you start Debo today? I will in the right situation. Mixon is a great pass catcher, though. That's true, Brian. But can he save himself each week if they're behind that way? Man, you really look like Cass. I know. Lockett or Godwin? I go Godwin. Big Cass in the house doing interviews. I'm signing autographs. I should walk around as Big Cass around the streets. Maybe we'll do that as a spoof. Maybe we'll get whatever costume I need to get, and I'll walk around as Big Cass, and we'll do some interviews. Mark it down. Balaj announced starter. Wow. Balaj announced starter, says Sean. Let's check that out. I love Balaj. That's why I keep saying stay away from Drake. Robbie Anderson is active. Greer I like a lot as a backup in Dynasty because I think if Cam ever went down, Greer would be good. Same thing with Mason Rudolph. You heard it here. Mason Rudolph, Greer. You heard it here right now. Those guys are fantastic. If you guys want to do daily fantasy, go to Monkey Knife Fight. Go to MKF .win/Smitty. Let me put that up on screen here. It's never too late to start doing daily, guys. Go to this URL right here. MKF.win/Smitty and play Monkey Knife Fight. Daily fantasy sports is awesome. It's like over-under type daily fantasy sports where you're like over-under Baker Mayfield 250 yards. I'm going to put $10 to win $10. $20 to win 20, like stuff like that. It's awesome. I love Chubb this week. I love Baker this week as the overs. Balaj over Henderson. Yes, Balaj, if he's starting. I'm trying to look for that news right now. It was being reported in here. Adrian Peterson, a healthy scratch. Balaj, I don't see the news yet. Let me pull it up. But, man, that sucks because is he starting this morning? I might have already missed getting him into one of my lineups. That was last minute. I don't see it. Drake as starting running back on the unofficial Week 1 report. I don't see it yet. That must have been a last-second thing on the news. It's not even on Newswires yet. So I don't know if that's true, but if he is, then he is a good start. I go Balaj over Henderson if he's starting. I just can't confirm right here on the live that he is. Go Week 1. Go Week 1. I want to thank everybody who joined me. I hope you guys had a blast during this first Sunday morning kickoff. We're doing it every Sunday. Go watch football. I appreciate all of you. Go watch football and subscribe, like, tell your friends. Monkey Knife Fight. Do it.